did I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday. With the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh! Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, gave me the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On first down, it's gone. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Gone. Funches with a catch over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call him an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. Goff throwing again. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Khalil Mack coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. And Zerline's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On second down, it's Bell. And he's got room. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance at having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mahomes now to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. He dropped an 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former 1st-round pick, Demarius Randall. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 50, it's Goff. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Goff now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. From the end zone, Goff. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Mahomes now on first down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. '49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. A give to Bell. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Oh, he bowls over it. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 40 yards. And the Rams are in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, here's Mahomes. They find some open field here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Michael Brocker's in on the stop.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Niners on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 19. And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The Niners on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 19. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Tyreek Hill, 62 yards. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This one taken from the 7. Room here to run. And he's going to take this all the way down to the 40-yard line.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Goff now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be from 56 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. A final shot before break here. Goff flushed out right. And some room to roam now. Finding room inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Shift, watch the shift. Ace, ace. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. I got him.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Mahomes going to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Mahomes now on first down. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ace, ace. Hey. You got three down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. Mahomes takes it himself.
For those vertically challenged quarterbacks, here's a time where they will tell you it's an advantage to be a little bit on the smaller side. Able to duck in behind their offensive line and stick the ball across the imaginary yellow line for a first down.
Left.
The give is to Bell. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And some space here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Niners on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Again, it's Bell. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight, but I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side. I
would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw, gone. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit. Able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On 1st down, Mahomes under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The Niners on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Watch 30.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
On the counter, here's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Ace!
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Goff. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. A screen to Bell. And some room to maneuver. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Los Angeles territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. And even 40 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Bell. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. It's a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. In for the score. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Gone. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On 1st and 10, Goff dumps it off to Gurley. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing on third. Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. He's got it at the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. And even 50 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. He knocks him back. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They come out here in the eye. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. This time, the extra point up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Mahomes to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 53 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They'll run it with Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. The Niners on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
And his kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to find 2 scores, so, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for him, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Niners, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for L.A., they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.